Police always tell shopkeepers never to take on an armed robber, but a growing number of retailers have had enough and they're doing just that. Reporter Chris Allen joins us, and Chris, many of them say they're desperate.
That's right, Tracy. Small retailers are doing it tough and they're tired of being victims. Some we've spoken to say they've been robbed so many times they can no longer get insurance to cover their losses. They install CCTV cameras and hand video over to police, but say because the amounts being stolen are relatively small, often police won't investigate. No wonder many of them are taking matters into their own hands.
You won't get away with it. We'll get you.
I said, look, camera is there and I will throw the hot oil on your face.
They're mad as hell and they're not going to take it anymore.
I'm not going to say I snapped, but it was just very annoying, and I thought, well, maybe these two should pay the price of being so stupid.
This was the second time in 2 weeks Brian Carrard has been robbed.
It's just the frustration I think small business feels that we get ignored most of the time. We've nearly all put our house into a mortgage, and then through no fault of your own you get robbed.
When a young thug with a knife jumped the counter at this corner store, he found Smita Titmay, armed with a saucepan of boiling oil.
Yeah, I am a brave and quite tough.
It seems the would-be robber couldn't handle the heat, and he and his accomplice ran for the door.
If they come again, I will throw the curry on their face now because I'm mentally prepared.
A few weeks later, it did happen again. This time a masked man with a machete jumps on the counter while Smita's in the kitchen. But his plan to rob the place collapses when he does. His violent threats no match for Smita, who throws metal containers, kitchenware, even a broom. Eventually, he retreats.
They're after money, and they will go to the point of lowest security for it.
Russell Zimmerman from the Australian Retailers Association says he understands his members' frustration.
If somebody comes into your store, I guess you want to protect your merchandise and your store and your money. I would always say, beware. There's no such thing as a dead hero.
It was 8 o'clock at night when these two thieves went behind the counter and ordered Brian Carrard to open the till. One grabbed $900 in cash while the other stole expensive scotch from behind the counter. It was then Brian saw red.
He went down the bottom for the coins and I just thought, no, and hit him on the head.
It's costing me roughly about 10%.
Wow.
Yeah, I lose about 10%.
Jade McCallum says she catches 3 shoplifters a week in her family-run clothing boutique.
We'll catch you.
Simple as that.
Absolutely, yeah, and we will shame you. Put you on our Facebook and you will be recognised and
shamed.
Shamed, embarrassed.
When Jade catches shoplifters on videos, she posts stills on Facebook to shame the thieves, and it's worked, with one thief returning goods to police.
I can't believe that I be robbed and in the end of the day I've been charged.
Frustrated by drivers not paying for fuel at his servo, Israeli-born Shay Elman decided to give chase to a thief.
Maybe I lost it, but what am I supposed to do?
These people are stealing from you.
These people are stealing from me. I don't see any solution to my problems.
Shay caught up with the would-be thief and says he nudged his car, forcing the driver to pull over. He paid Shay for the petrol, but Shay was charged with dangerous driving.
Generally wouldn't suggest that people fight off with an offender. Obviously this one was clearly armed with a machete. He was swinging it, so somebody could have been seriously injured.
Cop Brett McKibben was quick to say don't fight back after Smita foiled this machete robbery, and clearly it can cause other dramas. Staff at this servo locked a thief who wouldn't pay for petrol inside, but his mate outside rammed the front door and the two made off. So ever since you chased that driver down who'd ripped you off,
Yes.
they've come in and they're donating money.
Yes.
Since fighting back and copping a fine, Shay Elman has been inundated by people congratulating him and donating money to pay his fine. So do you think you would do it again if you had to?
Maybe I'll be more clever next time. I don't want to lose my license for 6 months.
And as for Brian the Bottle-O, he has this message for his robbers.
Please don't come back, because I might hit you with 2 bottles this time instead if I'm that angry. So.
Can't blame him. And for the record, Shay Ellman says he plans to donate all the money he's received from well-wishers to charity.